welcome back to another video. I can't believe I'm finally making a video after like so many months. I know it's been a while, but in today's video I am going to be dropping the fuel tank from the is300 because I'm going to be replacing the fuel overfill check valve, something that the is300s are notorious for breaking after about 150,000 miles or so. So it's overdue on this one. It will bring a code, the check light engine will be on, it just gives problems. But actually on the is300 a few months ago I actually got 3 codes, and I'm not sure if it's all related. Possibly could be. If not, the easiest other option to do is to change the fuel tank with, not the fuel tank, the fuel cap with the OEM one. Make sure it is OEM one. If not, just don't do it. Spend the 25-30 bucks and get the OEM one. If not, you're gonna have problems. But anyways, I'm getting codes. I know I'm getting codes P0440, P0441, and P0446, which are somewhat related to each other. One little problem, maybe a bad fuel cap, or even a plugged up canister, or a bad check overfill bad, can make you get a bunch of codes. But the easiest thing for me to do is to just go ahead and drop the tank to make sure there are no cracks, to make sure there are nothing, the canister is not broken. Shut up! Damn, this dog. And what most people do when they change their overfill valve, they just come over here, they make 2 cuts here, they bend it, and then it's just right there. You have a few bolts you have to do, then you'll have 2 hose lines to remove, and it's pretty easy to do, not that difficult. And then you could do some JB weld and put that back. But I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna do the harder way, way harder. You have to basically remove the drive shaft, the exhaust, the resonator, the e-brake lines. There's just a bunch of junk we have to do. Watch. I have my pit here. Don't worry, it's not gonna fall on me. I have extra support here. So basically I took off the full exhaust already. With the exhaust and the resonator, I still got the white pipe over there. As you can see, I would have to remove this shaft out of the way. I would have to remove our 2 e-brake lines, both on both sides. And then you would have to remove the fuel pump sensors from the top, which is pretty easy to do. Let me show you. Over here, I would have to remove this, disconnect everything. Maybe I'll take the fuel pump out. Wouldn't be a bad time to change the fuel filter, because I already have the seats out. Changing the fuel filter on these things is a pain, is a hassle. Damn, Lexus, you made it very difficult for us. But anyways, guys, all these codes are related to the Evap system. It is pretty complicated. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's a very complicated system. One bad hose can really throw off a bunch of codes. So hopefully this will solve my problem. And if you're living in a state where you need emissions, you will need to get this fixed. So let's get started. Got the 14 millimeters all out. We have the shaft down. Alright, got them both out, 14 millimeters. Have yourself a little small bucket like this so you don't lose anything. You're gonna get 12 millimeter here and loosen the 12 millimeter here, which is your e-brake. Pretty easy to remove. I took the e-brake tension off. As you can see, you just move it to the side and it just pops out like that. It has a groove, so pop up to the side like that. Let me show you guys better picture. Side and pop out just like that. That easy. And then I have my electronic, by the way, I have my electronic wire connected to my cutoff, which I don't have right now on with me, but that's what that wire is. But you guys won't have that. Now that we got those two out of the way, we don't have to worry. Let's just move this over the way over here. I have about 1.5 gallons of gas in here, so I'm just gonna make it lighter by just emptying it out. It's a 17 millimeter. Oops. Missing the tank. Damn. It's gonna be a 10 millimeter. That one's loose already. It's pretty easy to get to. Same here, same over there. The guard is also held up by one up here. Third one's out. You see? There it is. It takes longer time to just get this bracket off. So I don't know. I might just not even put it back on here. Maybe sell it, guys, if anybody interested. The support pipe, and it can hold up the tank and take pressure away. That way I'm able to remove these two, those two, and then same with the other side. And that's a 12 millimeter, by the way. Free now. All right, my dad's here for the rescue. He's just looking. We have one more or two more hoses we gotta get. We gotta get this one down over there out of the way. Last nip from the fuel tank. There it is. Oh, make sure you don't get no dirty dirt in there, especially because I'm inside of a pit. This one right here, it's connected to one of the pressure vapor sensors. There's two of them, by the way, connected just on the bottom side of the charcoal canister. I was gonna think of removing it, but it's just a hassle to get into there. And if you don't know where the canister is at, it just sits right above the rear end. You see, there's the canister. I took off the carpet so you can see it. I'm thinking it's not the canister, but I'm going to just double check the lines. It might be a sensor, and if it is, I have to take that off, of course. But as you can see, I already checked my evap valves, my evap lines, both of them, and the one up here, which connected to that metal line, which then leads, I believe, to the filler tank. What the heck was calling me right now? Everything's ready to go. Just gotta take that cap off, and I'm ready to start installing everything. Again, make sure your battery is disconnected. And then another thing to know, as far as your drive axle, make sure your white mark on the drive axle shaft matches up with the one on the rear end, and then it should be torqued. The book calls for 54 pounds. Seems like a lot, but it does have a lot of torque and is really needed. everything should be straightforward. It's just gonna be reverse of what we last started with, and then work our way backwards. It's been about a week or so, and I finally got a few hundred miles of driving on the car. The check light engine came on with the same codes, but then after resetting it once again and then driving it another few hundred miles, the check light engine is completely off already. And you have to make sure you're gonna have a scanner like this, because you're just not gonna be able to do this without the scanner. You need to make sure you could read your codes and clear the codes also. But I'm gonna tell you guys, I don't recommend doing this without a car lift. It is somewhat of a hassle, difficult. I knew it was gonna be a lot more work involved, but you know, it has to be done. Just get a car lift, unless you wanna dig up a pit, but that takes a lot of time to do. But yeah, my recommendation is when you're gonna do this, just go for it. Change the fuel cap, change the check valve, and also change off the cutoff valve. Oh, by the way, I don't know if I got too much this on video. I'm gonna show you this really quick. This is the cutoff valve. A lot of people were asking me on this. This is your cutoff valve, and it comes with the hose already on contact and the end of the nipple. You can't buy it separately, so you're gonna have to buy the whole thing. And on mine, it was a little bit damaged, actually a lot damaged. You see what the heat did to it, or the vape, it just expanded it. So that was definitely not helping the evap system. I paid like around 40 or 50 bucks, so not too expensive. So you might as well just replace everything so you don't have to worry about it. But that's it for this video, guys. I hope this helped. I hope you get your codes off. If you have any questions, do let me know, and we'll see you guys on the next video. Bye, guys. Oh no, guys, we got ants, man. They're coming out. Oh man, it's gonna smell now. Oh.